yes, a great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Baltimore Ravens and the Dallas Cowboys. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Nice Alawale guy. I picked the wrong play. Shit.
Ready. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Watch QB drop.
Damn,
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive.
Let's go.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Ooh, so.
Jackson from the shotgun. Short throw underneath to Hurst. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end. Let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Throwing is Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, these sacks are really piling up. Last week, it was a half-dozen sacks. And here's one on the opening drive.
And it has the potential to be what we call a gap, a game-altering play. Because, let's face it, you just mentioned 6 sacks last week. Now, if you're an offense and you saw that on tape, you've got to think to yourself, maybe I bring people in, keep them in, and try and protect my quarterback. It didn't work on that play.
Now Jackson. being chased out left. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. Nyheim Hines, his first carry. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Forty's the mic. Squeeze.
You ain't doing 47. You ain't doing nothing.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Credit the sack to Von Miller.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas.
They should have came and got you, Earl.
They take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check nine, check nine.
They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there now.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A good gain of 12 yards that time. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
Yep. Yep, yep.
Check 15, check 15.
First carry now for Justice Hill. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, it's Hill. And he'll find his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
They run with Hill. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Marquise Brown with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. A marker down. He does get it up past the 25. Will it hold? Let's see. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
From just shy of midfield, Prescott. He's going to look end zone here.
Humphrey, boy. That's Humphrey.
Oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Hines.
Oh, that's bullshit.
Past the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
All right.
Nyheim Hines, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down. Doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, picked up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals. All right, number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Let's go. Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike. You got nothing today. Yeah. 55, Mike, 55. Rabbit.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Gets this one to Hill. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Let's just try it. Why not?
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it out of the gun with Hill. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard
they say that
line.
formation in 2 years.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jackson. And
that's not DPI?
incomplete.
Come on,
and that's
now.
one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Rush in. Check, crunch. Clip it. Go, 55.
Here's Jackson throwing again. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete.
Come on, bro.
Tried to dial up the long one
Stepped
way
up
out
in the
there,
pocket
but
and
it'll
all
be
that,
3rd
man.
down. They're
They're
going for a receiver there. Already has 1 touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
And that last penalty makes this 3rd down play a little more interesting. 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Jackson. On the move to his left. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They'll go with Hill here on 1st down. So we got 3 on 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
71 blocked no one on that play.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Funny, bro.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a shotgun handoff to Hill. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. The Ravens on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Switch it. Come on, switch it.
On 3rd down, it's Hill. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up a 4th down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive. But they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Forced out to his left. He'll try and run it. He'll have a first down past the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On the RPO, Prescott's going to keep it himself. A quick throw out to Hardman on the perimeter. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
You got to dunk.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Mike 51, Mike 51. I don't even know why this team showed up.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. It'll be a loss of 1, and it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
I'm finna let you do it again.
Here we go. Wide eight. Check 53. Here we go. Ball to 54. Wide eight. Check safety. Check safety. Here we go. 47.
Prescott from the gun. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check out. Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship. Watch the ship. No.
Here's Jackson to throw. This one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Bruh.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. From the gun, a run for Hill. And it would appear he's going to be short of a first down as he stopped right around the 29. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run it.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up. Watch safety creep, watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Switch. Check 90.
They run with Hines.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. 10-7, our score. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Check. 40's mine. 40's a mine. 40's a 86.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper.
Why is Cooper?
The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Lucky. Drop deep.
A first down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
Te lo cake.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Mike 51.
Here's Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Come on, man.
Amari Cooper, the intended target. But now it's 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
He puts fucking 21 on the field. Bro.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Watch his flat.
To throw is Prescott. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
I bust it wide open, and I tell her bring it back.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal.
And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Jalen Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. After the sack on first down, Jackson. He's got his man. This is Jackson. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Ravens.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now a 10th carry for Hill. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half.
This is Madden territory. We get some. We got some.
It's our time. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Hey, defense, keep it up, guys. Go. He's coming. We got double up.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. It's hauled in by Doxson. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Watch the screen. Go. Mike's 54. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. 54.
Play action. It's Jackson. There goes a deep ball. End zone.
Got him! Colts. Come here, boy.
Baltimore.
Yes, sir.
Hollywood. Marquise
Steps up into the pocket.
in the final seconds of the first half as the Ravens push further out in front. You know, the man on our cover, John Madden, so synonymous with these Thanksgiving Day games. He was on TV for these from, I think, 81 to 01, giving out the Turkey Leg Award and turducken he always talked about. Special when you got a guy going off like this. I think he would be a good recipient of the Turkey Leg Award.
Well, he's definitely already worked on that leg. Is it possible he could end up getting the whole turkey?
Yeah, give him a thigh,
or the
too.
whole turducken. And it's really great that you mentioned Coach Madden because everyone knows him from this. Everyone knows him from the broadcast booth. Remember, he won a Super Bowl as a head coach in Oakland.
Yep, he did indeed. But right now, we are watching maybe one of those turkey leg performances with his second touchdown there. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Okay. why? All right, bet.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And they stay there. And they stay there. And they stay there. Up, down, up, down, up, down.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. Now on 2nd and 13. Prescott, and his throw is incomplete. Amari Cooper, his intended receiver, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game, and boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, let's go. I got it. Go to 54. Go to 54. Line. Going to 53.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ferguson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
They stick on the ground on 1st down with Hill. Not much there, maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Double. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
54. Check. Watch the pass. Slam. Hey, watch out. Check right 54. Right 54. Come on, boy.
To throw is Jackson. From the gun, he'll throw. Out to the left, it's complete to Dodson. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down.
Okay.
Now Justin Tucker. He has hit from 61 in his career, so he has the leg for this. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
Wow.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. This is Hines. Whoosh. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Prescott. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man. And you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd down, Prescott again. Completes it to Hardman. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 yards there and a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Draw play. This is Hines. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 yards and a Cowboy first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
Prescott on first down. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run on first down. Hines. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Tavon Young in on the tackle.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go. Watch the run, watch the run. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51. Hey, we got to
out of the gun. Here's Prescott. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Cooper was the target there, and that'll make it third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on third. Throwing, Prescott. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. Von Miller able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his third sack of the afternoon. Brett Maher now for the Cowboy field goal. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. The kick by Maher is good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
First down, Ravens.
The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already.
Oh, yeah.
Kill.
Late hit, Rap.
10
Come on now.
yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
Let them do me like
That play looks
Why?
familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it.
I handed it off.
Escape, and he goes down.
And that's the second sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion.
Please tell me I don't have double tight ends on the field, bro.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
Jackson from the shotgun. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe.
Didn't even look at my alerts.
Here's Sam Cook now. as he's on to punt for Baltimore. We're on to the fourth here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds.
Sorry, Sam.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Looking for the big chunk.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon.
It's been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Prescott. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike 51. Mike.
We're going to 53. Good track. Check 31. Check 31.
Now Prescott. Cooper's good. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game. Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
He's checking crack.
Prescott to throw it. Got it, man. It's Michael Gallup. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Here's Hines. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
So up through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. They run again with Hines. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And they're going to have a 3rd down.
Miggity, Mac Daddy.
Push him back. Push him back. Kill. Mike 51.
Prescott now. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run with Hines. And the D
come on, bro. That's a 340-pound man. He's not pushing
the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed.
Yellow kick.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Kill. Check. Lucky. Check. Check hot route. Hot, hot. Check three, check three, check three. Showing it, showing it.
It's a real game. From the side.
So that'll back him up 5. Can't afford another delay here as they come up again on 2nd and goal.
Check 24, check 24. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Check 54.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And once again, they stop him behind the line. Great job by this Ravens defense. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run it until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Yellow pick. Yellow pick.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. Looking to throw. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jalen Ferguson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Yeah, that's how we do, D.
Oh, you're only down 10, brother. All you have to do is take the tree. Another timeout, that's a waste. Freddie Kitchens, is that you? Is that you calling these plays, Freddie Kitchens?
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal.
54.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Mecole Hardman, his 5th touchdown now.
Ain't gonna answer the prayer like that.
As they are now just an extra point away from making
his
this
worst
a
receiver on my best
game.
DB.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
Prescott. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus,
no, you can't tie with a field goal.
Focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it in.
I don't understand. I also didn't understand going for it. But...
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs, and the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Hill. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Check 3, check 3. Check.
That And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now. That's going to be their second. They'll be left with one more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
Keep it tight end. Hey, we got 3 out.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 42. Big hook up there, forced to throw it on third down. The connection's going to keep the drive alive and also keep the clock moving.
Yeah, and from a defensive perspective, didn't get a sack, didn't knock the ball free, didn't break up the pass. The clock keeps running on you. You're in a dire situation now.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Now Jackson on first down. Got a man. It's Brown. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Ideally, I would have liked more time in that play, but a touchdown. Time down.
It's 1st and goal and a late touchdown at this stage. Could officially salt this one away.
55, mark, 55.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Oh, Brandon, I'm going to tell you, this is football time to me. They're inside the 10-yard line. That's like drawing the line in the sand. Who's going to make the stand here? Defensive guys, they know if he gets in the end zone, this ball game is over. And the guys with the football right now, they're thinking, let's just pound it in there.
Got to hold him to 3 to keep this a 1-score game. Only a yard on the sneak, not what he was hoping for, and it's 3rd down. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you've got to feel good about your chances.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
We're going to 54. Why ain't? Switch. So we're going to 53. Hey, kill. 47. 26.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
47. Kill.
A first down throw for Prescott. Wilson's got it complete. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And right now, defensively, you love that, don't you? I mean, you'll give them that play.
And they'll take it every single time. This is almost like nickeling and diming it downfield, and too much time's going to run off the clock.
He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Baltimore, they get win number 10 on the year as they move to 10-1. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face Cincinnati next week. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they've fallen out of things now as they sink to 3-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.